Hey, hello everyone, how are you all today? So, in the last class, we have done what do we understand by the term uh, teaching aptitude in this particular course, and we have done lot number of things. So, if you haven't seen the previous classes, make sure you watch it so that there are no problems or confusions left. In the last class, we were able to do evaluation and methods of evaluation. After completing various methods of evaluation, we have moved towards what is MOOC Swayam Prabha, as well as offline teaching as well as online teaching. Today we'll be talking about the process of teaching. These are the extra topics, so make sure you remember. One second, I'll just write it down here. Okay, so these are the extra topics which you need to learn for your examinations. What happens is, apart from syllabus also, they could ask you few questions and you need to remember all these topics in order to give your answers in a correct manner. So let's start. The process of teaching. Process of teaching was asked once in 2020. So it was asked in the year 2020. Process of teaching, also known as the exact step by step way that how you're going to teach your children. So for that we have three basic steps. The first one is called as planning phase of teaching. It is also known as the pre-active phase. So one second, where is the pen going? Okay, so this is also known as pre-active phase as written here. And once the pre-active phase is done, we can directly move towards the interactive phase, which is also known as the executive phase, and then we'll go to the reflection phase or reflective phase. So what are these phases? The first thing is planning phase. Planning phase is whatever the teacher does just before entering the class. So what will a teacher do? A teacher will try to understand the concepts. A teacher will try to prepare for the class. A teacher will try to get the right material, right sources, right instructions, how to deliver the lecture. So everything which is in a planning phase or a teacher does just before the class, that is known as the pre-planning phase or the planning phase or the pre-active phase. Whereas when we go to the execution phase, that is also known as interactive phase, that includes the entire session of teaching. For an example, the notes which I have prepared, which are on my background, these notes were in planning phase of teaching, because before entering into the class or before making this particular video, I researched everything and then I made this entire PDF to come up with these kind of sessions. Then I read all those topics, I understood everything, and then I came to you can say this particular classroom to record the same. So entire thing which I did there, the research, everything was the planning phase. Right now, if I talk about what I'm delivering right now and what you're listening right now is an execution phase. This is the actual execution taking place. After this video is completed, you might comment or directly message to me that, ma'am, we have understood this particular topic, or this particular topic is still confusing, I did not get what they're trying to say, or anything else. That becomes our reflective phase of teaching, where we are you can say understanding the entire process and trying to make sense out of it. So it is also known as post-active phase. You need to remember that also, that it is known as post-active phase. Moving forward with the theory of multiple intelligence. Theory of multiple intelligence was given by Howard Gardner. Make sure you remember the name, in his books Frames of Mind in the year 1983. He clearly mentioned that the knowledge which you are getting, I'll just zoom it out for you guys so that you'll be able to see it properly. See, and I'll erase everything. One second. Okay, as you can see here on my background, there are 8 different ways of intelligence. So a person is not only intelligent in academics, but the person can be intelligent in pictures, body languages, word smart, logic smart, nature smart. So how does all these things work? If I talk about A.R. Rahman sir, he's a great musician. He comes up with all these tunes. So how does he know all that? Because he's music smart. He knows what music works, what music doesn't work, what music is best, and everything. So if we are discussing about that, that becomes our music smart. Then we have various photographers. I'm really sorry for the fumble, but there are various photographers as well as editors who exactly know how to picturize a movie or how to picturize a particular scene or a photo. So that is picture smart, because they know exactly how to picturize those things. So people can be word smart, they can be body smart, they can be relationship smart. So these are the 8 different multiple intelligence given by Harvard Gardner sir. Apart from that, he also mentioned one which he did not explain though, but he mentioned that is existential intelligence. That when the person comes to know that why does he have to get born, then he has to do all the things, why are we surviving, the purpose of our existence. If a person finds out that it means he has existential intelligence. Now let's move towards metacognition. What is metacognition? Metacognition is a process of thinking about one's own thinking. So if I think about my own thinking, okay, then it becomes metacognition. And it is very simple, I guess. When you start thinking about any topic, like if you're thinking like this examination is very difficult, will I able to crack it, and you're thinking like this, suppose, and then you're thinking, why am I being so negative? I could think positive also. Now what you're doing, you're just putting a new topic or a new point on the previously thinking process. So that is metacognition. That's it for today. This was a short video. I hope you have understood this entire page. If there is any problems, please do let me know, and let's move in the next video. In the next video will be understanding styles of learning, blended learning, flipped classroom, micro teaching, key behavior and key behavior and helpful behavior. These are very important points. Single loop, double loop, and triple loop learning. So this entire slide behind me becomes very, very important for you. You have to read this. From this page, I could definitely say that there would be at least one question. So make sure you remember all that. Okay, bye everyone, take good care of yourself, study hard, and keep learning.